Hello everyone. The last chapter I was talking about variables, and this video I'm going to talk about data types in Java. So data types in Java. There are two types of data types in Java. One is primitive data type, another one is a non-primitive data type. In primitive data type, you have two types again, Boolean and numeric. Again, Boolean, it got the primitive data type Boolean, which have value true and false, and numeric, again it divided into two values, character value and integral value. Character value data type is char, and the integral value you again it divided into two, integer and floating point. Integer got the data types byte, short, int and long, and floating point got float and double. On the other hand, non-primitive data types. So non-primitive data types are also called as reference data type. Here they are arrays, strings, objects, etc. Let us look into the primitive data types. A primitive data type specifies the size and type of variable value and has no additional methods. There are 8 primitive data types in Java. So as I told you before, there are 8 data types in Java. So what it means that, so whenever you declare a primitive data type, the variable is variable and its value is stored in the stack memory. So here this is a data type, it's not an object, so it does not have any additional methods. So byte have 1 byte, the size is, for byte data type the size is 1 byte, stores the whole number from -128 to 127, and short it's 2 bytes, so this is the number it can store. Int got 4 bytes, long 8 bytes, float 4 bytes, double 8 bytes, boolean 1 bit, it's 0 or 1, and char it's 2 bytes. So non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types are also called as reference data type. So the reference data type will contain a memory address of variable value because the reference type won't store the variable value directly in the memory. So what that means is, if you have an object and you are giving a name to that object, for example, class, I'm creating a class as employee, but I'm creating an object from that class as emp. So class employee got an object emp. So the emp will be stored in stack, but the actual value will be stored in heap. So that's what it's meant here, which this reference data type will contain a memory address of variable value because the reference type won't store the variable value directly in the memory. So I will explain you this in my when I'm talking about memory allocation in Java clearly. So the difference between primitive and non-primitive data types. Primitive data types are predefined in Java, whereas non-primitive are created by the programmers and not defined by Java. Example, string. Non-primitive types can be used to call methods to perform certain operation, while primitive types cannot, because non-primitives are basically an object, so objects will have methods. So non-primitive data types have methods, but primitives are data types, so they don't have methods. Primitive data type has always a value, while non-primitive can have type can be null. So primitive type starts with lowercase letters, while non-primitive type starts with uppercase letters. The size of primitive types depends on the data type, while non-primitives have all the same size. So I'll explain about memory allocation in my next chapter. Hope you understand about the data types primitive and non-primitive here. Thank you.